might want to have a couple of those numbers so that you can measure against those after you do things and use it as your control group. So think about that too before you get started on some of these things. And then reduction in support channels as well. Tons of companies are out there saying that social media is helping them reduce inbound calls. They're using it a lot for support. It's just a much better, easier, faster, more direct, less costly way of doing business. I think HP said that they've decreased their support $10 million in the past year by offering it through social media channels. So, cool. All right, so how do you measure your return on investment? This is kind of like a little chart that I put together just to give you guys some ideas on what you can look at to help you determine whether or not this is helping your business. It's important to remember that return on investment is not measured solely in quantity, it's measured by quality. And by quantity, I mean, like, if you have 1,000 people who have liked you on Facebook, but they're not worth anything because they're not interacting and they're not really participating in your brand, they're not helping your business at all. If you have 5 guys who are customers who are buying stuff from you all the time, or who are agents who are recommending you guys all the time, that's going to be more valuable to you. So it's important to use real metrics and real numbers and not just look at kind of fluffy stuff, Twitter followers, Facebook fans, those kind of things. They don't really mean a whole lot. What it means is what you do with them and how they react to what you're doing. So on the Twitter side, here's some ideas you can look at ROI. 10% of your traffic to a website came from Twitter-generated opt-ins. Customer service calls were reduced by 20% through Twitter. On Facebook, you announced an event, attendance went up 20% because of Facebook. And you can track all this too by putting in custom URLs and things like this into those feeds. You sold out an event because people on Facebook signed up. On LinkedIn, you can reduce your cost of talent acquisition through LinkedIn, or you can find a target audience at $0. You can do a simple search through LinkedIn and connect with people and talk to them that way. These might be people that were off your radar before. Great opportunity for lead generation, right? YouTube, this one's going to be one of those ones where you might want to put your YouTube video out there, link them back to something, or link them to a form to get more information. And you can track those kind of things because you might be able to look at opt-ins, you might be able to look at requests, through what you're doing, through exposure from a YouTube video. Blogging, SEO improvements, generating leads. One of the things that some of the more forward-thinking companies are doing now is, like, every time they do a blog post, HubSpot actually is a great example of this. Go and just look what they're doing on their blog. You're going to see 3 or 4 paragraphs of content, maybe a chart or 2. At the bottom of it, you're going to be invited to join a webinar, download a white paper, or something like that that will require you to give them at least your email address and first name or something like that. And then they're probably going to shoot you an email back offering services and things like that along the way. So they're using this to get data from you to then use for their marketing purposes. Okay? And you guys get the idea. Slide shares, a couple of things there too.